Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers and Digital Empire Builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we're wrapping up a two-part series on 25 mental health tips for entrepreneurs. That's right, running a business can run you amok if you don't know how to take care of yourself, man. Self-care is important for everybody, but for entrepreneurs who are literally out here changing the world, you got to take care of yourself, man. So we're going to give you 25 tips to help you do just that. In the meantime, I need you to do me a huge favor. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand. Smash that share button and let's kick it this morning.
Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network, and when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Local Biz Marketing Pro Studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Yes, Local Biz Marketing Pros want to help you with all of your marketing needs. Let us come beside you and help you execute your game plan for your marketing needs. If you want a free marketing checklist for small businesses specifically, then all you got to do is text the keyword checklist to 314-230-9171. Again, text the keyword checklist 314-230-9171 to get access to that. It'll help you see if there's any gaps in your online marketing strategies and systems and give you some recommendations. So check that out, man. Today we're talking 25 mental health habits, tips, strategies for you to get your mental health and wellness in check as an entrepreneur specifically, but these strategies could work for you overall. As y'all know, we start the show with a couple quick announcements. If y'all want to help your boy continue to provide this amazing free content, one of the ways that you can do that is by giving stars, right? Facebook allows us to monetize our content these days. So what you do is you click the link I just put in the chat. You go out and purchase some stars, and then you can give to me those stars, and that equals dollars for me. So that's one of the ways that you can help with the show. Also, our new program that we're rolling out with the new branding, it is called the Qualified Lead Acquisition System, right? We not just want leads in our business, we want those leads to automatically be qualified. So we are rolling that out. Be on the lookout for that. And we're actually kicking it off with a very special birthday promotional price. That's right. Your boy's birthday is coming up in roughly 10 days. So next Saturday, June 25th, I will celebrate my 48th trip around the sun. So I'm excited about that. And y'all know that I often give things away for my birthday. So it's going to be nothing different. And coinciding with the new brand, the launch of the new system, I'm going to have a new special price for you guys. So check that out. And then also, if you know any amazing entrepreneurs that we should be interviewing on Inside the Hustle, then let me know, man. These are 5 to 7 minute interviews where we talk to amazing entrepreneurs doing amazing things in their business, but also in their communities. So if you know any entrepreneurs that we should be connecting with, then by all means, tag them in today's episode or shoot us a message and we'll get in touch with them. So I'm excited about that. So we got a lot to cover. We're going to recap the 12 tips that we went over last week, and then finish up that list of 25 health and wellness tips for entrepreneurs and business owners. We did put the link to this article in the comments. Samuel, I thank you. It says happy birthday in advance. Thank you so much. But before we do any of that, we start every episode of the Cortez Hustle Show with a quote of the day. And today's quote says this: stop downgrading your dream to fit your reality and start upgrading your conviction to match your destiny. Man, that is so rich right there. Stop downgrading your dream to fit your reality. Start upgrading your conviction to match your destiny. PJ's Photography in the building. Welcome to the stream, my friend. That is so rich. Like when we are kids, we have these amazing grand dreams of being president, being a astronaut, right? Being an engineer. And sometimes life beats us up, knocks us around a little bit. And before long, we start shrinking our dreams. Well, maybe I can't be president of the United States. Let me see if I can just be class president, right? Maybe I can't be class president. Let me just see if I can be president of the chess club. We start shrinking and shrinking and shrinking our goals instead of upgrading our conviction, upgrading our ambition, upgrading our commitment to our success. That's what I'm doing. I am refusing to back down off of this huge undertaking to build a multi-billion-dollar international media conglomerate that will one day surpass Ted Turner and Walt Disney. I'm refusing to back down on that. I'm not going to shrink my dream of building an amazing media company that can reshape the world because of my current reality, because of my current resources, because of my current level of experience, intellect, and my current level of hustle, my current network. No, I'm not shrinking. I'm going to upgrade my ambition. I'm going to upgrade my commitment. I'm going to upgrade my conviction. I'm going to upgrade my skill sets, my talents. I'm going to upgrade my network, the people that I hang out with. I'm going to upgrade my resources so that I can fulfill that destiny and not shrink that destiny down to my current reality, man. Stop doing that. I've got a talk that I'm giving to some young authors tonight at 6. Shout out to my girl Takara Nicole. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking to them about. It takes the same amount of energy and effort to dream big as it does to dream small. So why even bother with a small dream? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Local Biz Marketing Pros. If you need some help with the marketing in your business, we got a free checklist that we want you to download. We're helping to solve the biggest marketing challenges facing local small businesses. All you got to do is text the keyword checklist to 314-230-9171. Again, text the word checklist to 314-230-9171 to get a copy of that free checklist. It's specifically designed with small local businesses in mind. See where there's gaps in your online marketing systems and strategies and get the right recommendations to plug those holes. And of course, if you need some help, you can schedule a free marketing strategy session with us as well. So Today, it is all about mental health for entrepreneurs and business owners. So the article that I post is from Calvin Rosser. So I want you guys to check that out. Entrepreneurship is hard. Coming up with an idea, launching your product, and growing your business over time comes with many peaks and valleys. To build a successful business over the long haul, you need to keep your mind, body, and soul sharp. But how do you do it? We use these 25 tips. Good morning, Kimberly. I see you. Mark, my friend, good morning. Welcome to the stream this morning, brother. NYECA Enterprises in the building as well. We got PJ's Photography in the building. Who else do we have in the building? Comment the name of your business and or your brand. Don't be shy, y'all. Don't be a secret agent entrepreneur. Let the world know what you got going on. So I'm going to give you real quick what we went over last week. We got to number 12 last week, but I want to get to the other 13 in this episode. So number one, practice self-care. Whatever the definition of self-care is for you. Sometimes we look at what other people are doing as self-care and we kind of want to adopt what everybody else is doing. You got to define that for yourself. The same way you got to define success for yourself, you got to define your own self-care. For me, self-care is playing basketball. Now, somebody might say, Cortez, that's not self-care. You're ripping and running, sweating at 48 almost. You got the potential of hurting yourself. But you know what I can't do when I'm playing basketball? I can't think about business. You know what I can't do when I'm playing basketball? I can't think about my troubles. And sometimes self-care is all about just getting away from the day-to-day hustle and bustle. So number one, practice self-care. Number two, share your struggles with others. This is why it's important to be part of networks. This is why it's important to surround yourself not with just good people. You should be surrounded with good people in general, but find some good entrepreneurs, right? My girl Denise Elliott says her and Amelia are business besties, right? You got to find someone who is also in the trenches and understands the world of entrepreneurship, right? That can relate so that you can not only bounce ideas off of, but sometimes share your frustrations with, right? Number three, having a morning gratitude routine. This has transformed my life, y'all. Transforming my business too. Every day I wake up, I'm starting with gratitude, right? It literally shapes my day, right? When I get into a cold shower, it is the toughest thing for me to do. Still to this day, I've been doing it for almost a year. But one of the things that helped me get through it, I thank God that I have running water to my house. Even though it's freezing cold, it's still running to my house, and I have the ability to use the convenience of my own home and privacy, and I don't have to walk a country mile to a well or to a watering hole to clean myself up, right? Got to think about gratitude, man. Steve Harvey talks about the number one way to kill negativity is gratitude. You can't be grateful and negative at the same time. Number four, slow down. One of the hardest things for me to do, y'all. But at some point, you have to sharpen your axe, right? What does that mean? We are often taught that this hustle and bustle is just that. We got to be going hard and going all the time, 24/7. And sometimes you got to take a break so that you can relax, recharge, and sharpen your axe. Right? Because if you never take time to sharpen your axe, it's going to take you twice as many swings to fell that tree than it would if you just say, hey, we went hard for a week. Let me take a day off. Let me rejuvenate. Let me sharpen my axe and let me get back at it next week, right? So take time to slow down and breathe and take in everything that you're doing. My post from yesterday was, I've got a long way to go in terms of what I see for myself. Not based on what anybody else is doing, but based solely on the gifts and the talents that God has buried inside of me. I got a long way to go. But even though I got a long way to go, I never let that allow me to stop from stopping to look back and see how far I've come. I got a long way to go, but I also celebrate how far I've come, right? There's an old church hymn that speaks about the fact that I'm not who I want to be, but I thank God I'm not who I used to be either, right? So slow down. Number 5, journal out all the bad feelings, right? This is something that I'm still struggling to do daily, right? I got Brenda Bouchard's High Performance Habits Planner and Journal. And man, when I tell you to just getting to a place where I'm just taking the time to do that in the morning and taking the time to reflect in the evening, it's challenging, but I'm going to keep at it because I know it's beneficial. So when you have bad feelings, right, don't let them fester. If you don't have anybody to talk to, write all of them down, get them out, and ball that piece of paper up and throw it in the fire and burn it up. Get rid of those things out of your spirit. Don't hold on to them. Number 6, throw yourself a dance party, right? Well known. Basically, this is find a cool way to get your body moving, right? I think I'm going to share with you guys tomorrow. We're going to do a rewind tomorrow, and we did an episode on the benefits of exercising as a entrepreneur and business strategy. A lot of people don't see that, but you will never, if you look at all of the CEOs of the biggest companies in the world, it's hard to find one that's out of shape. I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. If you look at the CEOs of the Fortune 500 companies, it's hard. You will be hard pressed to find one that is physically out of shape, because taking care of yourself goes hand in hand. The discipline required to get up and hit the gym every day goes hand in hand. The ability to have mental agility and acuity and clarity that comes from the endorphins that your body produces during exercise, you need that when you're running big organizations. It's hard to find a CEO, top level executive of any of these huge brands that are physically out of shape, right? It doesn't work like that. So if you want a competitive edge in business, start taking care of yourself, start working out. Number 7, practice mindfulness meditation, right? For me, it's mindfulness meditation. It only takes me 10 minutes a day to practice being in the moment, not running around, ruminating about the past or worrying about the future. Just be still and be in the moment, right? Be still and be in the moment for about 10 minutes a day. That's what it says. Number 8, develop an awesome morning routine. Oh, I think my morning routine can be better, but at least I have one, right? It could be better. I ain't gonna lie, but at least I have one. I get me a little reading done in the morning. I did a quarter-mile run this morning before my workout, which was pretty amazing. I have an issue when I don't run for a while, that my legs itch really, really bad. And it takes a while, it takes 2 or 3 weeks for me to run daily to get my capillaries, in a place where that stops happening. So I challenge myself to go through the itching today, right? What is your morning routine? Everybody give me one thing that you do that's part of your morning success routine. And you know that one thing is helping you. Another thing that I do every morning is I have me a cup of coffee or tea with about a tablespoon of coconut oil, which y'all know about that coconut oil. Yeah, it's next level, right? This is how I stay mentally sharp. It feeds my brain. So give me one thing that you do in your morning routine that you know is partly responsible for your success, right? So me, I work out at least 4 days a week. At least 4 days a week. I know that's important. Every day I start my day with gratitude. I know that's helping me move towards my success, right? The cold showers, that's part of my routine. I read either I'm reading my leadership book or a marketing book, at least 3 or 4 pages every morning, about 15 minutes. I don't do crazy reading. And then I listen to positive motivation when I'm running, when I'm working out, right? Those are some of the things that are part of my morning routine. All right. So now it is 7:21, and that time check is could be brought to you by your business, right? So you can sponsor segments of the Cortez Hustle Show. If you want some promo, let me know. But at 7:20 every day on the Cortez Hustle Show, we do a segment called 1 Minute Motivation. That is where we play a short motivational video, usually 60 to 90 seconds or so. And I'm going to give you a couple of my takeaways and thoughts. I'm going to ask if you're in position to comment your takeaways and thoughts, and I'll try to read as many of them as I can for those of you who are watching us live. So let's get into 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
You're not working your butt off hard enough. You're not trying hard enough. We all think we're trying hard, but what are you gauging that off of? I talked to this one kid the other day. College is kicking my ass. I said, what are you gauging that off of? I go, are you trying? He goes, yeah, I'm trying my ass off. I'm studying hard. I go, what are you gauging trying hard off of? Well, in high school, I didn't have to try at all. And I made great grades. In college, I'm trying hard. You're trying hard compared to what you did in high school, which was it came easy to you. So your reality is something you created off of something easy. So you trying hard is 2 hours of studying. I'm gonna tell you a difference in trying hard and trying hard. Trying hard is something in your mind just doesn't stop. We know 2 hours isn't enough. When I was 297 pounds and I was fat as hell trying to be a Navy SEAL, the scariest thing in the world to me, even to this day, was that could have been the rest of my life. I thought then I was trying hard. That's the scariest thing in the world. I thought then, 297 pound, working for Ecolab, spraying for cockroaches, making $1,000 a month. I thought that was me at my 100% potential. Come to find out, a few years later, I wasn't anywhere near that. 106 pounds less, graduated Navy SEAL training, went on to do all these other things. Looking back on that, that was me trying hard. That's why people gotta understand what is in us. We have no idea until we start trying hard. And I mean really trying hard, where you're obsessed with, hey, this is my new norm.
Ooh-wee. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Talk to me. What is going to become your new norm? That is the question, ladies and gentlemen. Are you really trying hard, or are you hardly trying? I know for me, and I'm just going to speak for me, that every day, one of my morning routine rituals is to forgive myself for allowing doubt, procrastination, a lack of focus, fear to creep in the day before. So I know that every day I could be trying harder, but I'm getting better, and I'm constantly evaluating my level of input, right? Sometimes I sit here and I'm building on a website, or I'm creating a marketing campaign, and I will slip off into Facebook for 20 minutes, right? I'm still trying, but I got to try harder to not let those lapses happen so that I can be more productive, right? Are you trying hard, or are you hardly trying? And then what are you comparing trying hard to? I want y'all to think about this. And this is how I think when I evaluate not where I am financially because I'm comparing myself to other people, but like I keep telling y'all, as I continue to look within, I keep seeing more and more of God's gifts in me that have always been here. So when I think about, Cortez, are you trying hard? Are you going 110? Right? Are you really, really going as hard as you can? I think about a Mark Zuckerberg. He and I are around the same age. Wait, what? Yeah, see, a lot of times we compare our going hard to people who are not going at all, right? And we know that comparison is the thief of joy, but I'm trying to give you some perspective, right? I could say I'm going hard when I'm comparing myself to someone who is not even pursuing a dream or goal. Or I can say, am I going hard when there is a Mark Zuckerberg worth $40 billion that exists around my age? Can I say, am I going hard when as a basketball player, I would look at an Allen Iverson who was my size and my height, right? Think about that. Now I'm saying, okay, can I draw inspiration from other people my age that are really, really doing it, right? I look at, 20, I just got a message this morning from my guy, Chris Elliott. He said, man, there's a new gym that just opened up in our community by two young brothers, and both of them are under 25 years old. Right. So when I'm looking around, I'm saying, am I going hard? And if I can definitively say I'm going hard, compared to what though? Compared to what? We like to say we're going hard in comparison to people who are not even moving. Right. If I'm doing 5 miles an hour and I'm zipping by parked cars, it seems like I'm really doing something. That's who we like to pick on when we're building our dreams. We like to pick on people who aren't dreaming at all and compare ourselves to them. No, compare yourself to other winners. Compare yourself to other people in the game. Look at the success and the accomplishments of others who are where you were just a few years ago. And now you ask yourself again, am I going hard? When I look at other entrepreneurs who have started in business after me and they're blowing up, right? Did I give it my all? See, sometimes we like to say, well, Cortez, they had more resources or they had a different break. Yeah, I get all of that. But at the end of the day, when you look yourself in the mirror, if you are giving 110%. And if you are, then doggone right, you ought to celebrate. But if you are not, by golly, you got to make the necessary adjustments to fix in your daily action plan mechanisms that will force you to go hard 24/7. So let's see who did we have chiming in. Mark is always chiming in. He says, yeah, perspective and inspiration. That's it, man. Because I know you look at Uncle G, like, man, me and Uncle G around the same age, and Uncle G just 10 years ago was worth 15 million, and now he's worth $1 billion. What did he do differently than you're doing, right? That's what I look at. I don't compare myself to others for the sake of making myself feel bad. I compare myself to what I could be if I pull it all together and I go hard, just like I know you, Mark. If you go hard in your remote real estate investing for the next 10 years in the same way that Uncle G went hard, the last 10 years, you can own you 5,000 doors too, or however many doors he owns. I know he owns a lot, right? So that is 1 Minute Motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show. Remember, if you need help with your marketing, the local biz marketing pros want to jump in and help. All you got to do is text checklist to 314-230-9171 to get a free marketing checklist specific for small business owners. It's going to reveal to you any gaps in your marketing strategies and give you some recommendations on how to fill them. Again, text checklist to 314-230-9171. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about 25 mental health tips for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Do me a favor, though, if you haven't already, please hit the share button It lets these algorithms know that we are providing great content that people like to tune in and engage with, and we can push this out to more and more people. For those of you who do not know, I am on a serious mission that I believe is my assignment from my creator, and that is to bring economic empowerment to the Black community by way of entrepreneurship, education, and business development. And in the 21st century, digital marketing is business development. So that's my mission. I have a vision of seeing Black people as the #1 employers of Black people in the next 2 generations. If you share any of those concerns, then you can do us a favor by sharing this stream and getting more people involved, tagging at least 3 entrepreneurs in it. So we're talking 25 mental health tips. Number 8 was to develop an awesome morning routine. Number 9, transform your body. We talked about this a little bit, but man, transforming your body is a business strategy, y'all. It's a business strategy to create daily exercise routines. That's as important a business strategy as your marketing plan. I'm gonna say that one more time, and that's saying something coming from a marketing guy. Taking care of your physical health, putting a plan and a strategy together for you to be physically healthy is equally as important. Matter of fact, it's more important than your business's marketing plan. And I'm a marketing agency owner, right? You got to take care of yourself. Some people say, well, Cortez, how do you show up at 7 a.m. every morning with so much energy? Because most mornings I'm showing up after a solid workout, after a cold shower, after a gratitude meditation. And how can you not be fired up about a dream that you have the opportunity to pursue every single day? Transforming your body is a business strategy, y'all. Number 10, enjoy the journey. And this is from Austin Dennison, founder of Dennison Success Systems. When I was younger, my head was constantly in a space other than the present. They say that guilt is when you live in the past and anxiety is when you live in the present. The truth is, as an entrepreneur, I'm always imagined the future as being better. It was if I was holding out for the day that I could allow myself to feel accomplished and successful, even though my arbitrary definition of success is ever changing. You got to enjoy the journey, people. That's why I made that post yesterday. Yeah, I got a long way to go, but I got to celebrate how far I've come. Right? And my wife is on me all the time. Like, we got big dreams. If there is anybody on this planet that deserves to see and have and experience the best things that this world has to offer, it's my wife. And I want to give that to her. And sometimes I go so hard in business that some of the things that she really wants don't even require the business to blow up. Just take some time. Let's go on a walk. Let's hold hands. Right? You got to enjoy the journey that you're on. Number 11, try exercise snacks. For those of you who can't really commit to a long workout, try an exercise snack. Entrepreneurial work can mean long sedentary hours. To jumpstart your energy and motivation to get back to healthy habits, I swear by exercise snacks. What is an exercise snack? Just like it is when you have a snack between meals. It is literally taking a 5-minute break and doing you some jumping jacks, doing you some push-ups, going for a quick brisk walk, right? Even if that walk is just a power walk around your office, that's an exercise snack. And again, it puts you in the habit, puts you in the mindset. It literally still, even though it's not a full workout, right? He says, I work at a computer for 8 hours per day. And when I feel that my energy or mood has tanked, I push myself to engage in a burst of 20 seconds of activity. Sometimes the 20 seconds will encourage me to move more, but I always find that I'm more motivated and alert after my exercise snack. How many of you guys can commit to some exercise snacks throughout your day? All right. Number 11, harness the power of deep breaths, right? This is from Stephanie Chung, founder of the Patient Story. The saving grace that keeps me sane and moving is simple and self-produced deep breaths. The mindfulness practice is born out of a very personal trauma. It's one of many things I've held on to from the myriad of lessons during cancer treatment, right? So obviously diagnosed with cancer. And one of the things that she still does to this day is she leverages the power of taking deep breaths, right? If you ever listen to any Tony Robbins works, he talks about breathing and changing your state, right? And breathing is one of the ways that you can do that. So again, you guys have to look deeper into these different things yourself, but start doing some research and some work on how breathing techniques can improve your overall mental health. Number 13, leverage the gift. Is that right? Number 12, yes, power of deep breath. Number 13, leverage the gift of meditation. This is from Jace Rodney, who is an entrepreneur, Rob Ratley, who's an entrepreneur. Meditation has truly been a gift to me. I am a bit of a busybody, and so training my mind to relax for short periods of time has been something that nothing else could have fixed as well. Being a city boy, it's hard to know when to stop. Man, I've been there. Like Elon Musk says, when you have creative genius, it's like a never-ending explosion going on in your head at all times. And as entrepreneurs, we all have that creative genius. We all want to solve every problem that we see. And we're constantly coming up with ideas to solve problems. Everywhere we look, we see a problem, we're trying to solve it in our minds. Even if we know that's not our calling, even if we know I'm never going to execute on this, it doesn't stop our brain from trying to figure things out. It's crazy how it works, right? So the power of meditation says, hey, I'm going to sit still and try not to let my mind think of anything but this stillness, right? Number 14, we're talking about mental health tips for entrepreneurs. How do you not let the hustle and the bustle, the grind of building something amazing, something that's going to contribute to the transformation of this world, how do you not let that drag you down? How do you maintain your sanity? How do you keep yourself in check mentally and emotionally so you don't bring negative energy into your home from your business dealings? So you become a pleasant person to be around. You got to literally be intentional about these things. Lose yourself to your hobbies is number 14. I have found that having a hobby that I truly enjoy has helped my mental health in a big way. It allows for me to focus on something else that is not work and truly lose myself to it. For me, this is painting. I have been painting for the last few months. Another one of my hobbies that when I lose myself to it, I don't think about nothing, is when I get out in my garden. Now this year we were planning to move, so I did not plant a garden. But when I tell you, nothing takes me away like taking my shoes off, putting my feet in the mud, putting my hands in the dirt, and cultivating and watching plants grow and little buds bloom, and then they blossom, and then fruit show up, or whatever the case is, man. Find a hobby, and when you find that hobby, allow yourself, when you block off that time to go in your garden, when you block off that time to go shoot some hoops, when you block off that time to go play some handball or whatever your hobby is, you do some knitting or some crocheting, When you block off that time, allow yourself to be fully immersed in the hobby. Be taken away. My wife would tell me all the time, I get so frustrated and I'm trying to get something done. And she would say, just walk away. Like you've sit there and you've stared at that screen for so long. If you just walk away for a minute, let your mind go do something else and then come back to it, you'll have better success. And she's always right. Always right. I don't even know why I fight her when she's trying to tell me something, but she's always right. I get up, go walk away, fix me a bite to eat, allow myself to take in 15 minutes of sports highlights on Sports Center or something like that. And then I come back and I sit down, and it's like I'm sitting down for the first time. And I got fresh new ideas, fresh energy to then move the project forward. So allow yourself to lose yourself in your hobbies. Number 15, Ashley Southard, a co-founder of Healer Collective, says, heal through therapy. I am a type A workaholic and always have been, but without proper mental and physical self-care, I can't show up and perform the best or feel my best. I mean, you guys have those type A personalities. You're hyper-driven. She says, without proper mental and physical care, I cannot show up and perform my best or feel my best. The most transformative practice for both me and my business have been bi-weekly therapy sessions with my business partner. This is beyond my personal bi-weekly therapy sessions. Nobody should discount the power of CBT and or talk therapy. So she has a bi-weekly session for herself, and she has a bi-weekly session with her business partner where they do therapy together. Just like a couple should do therapy together, sometimes if you have a business partner, you spend more time with that partner than you do with your family. And sometimes that creates some mess depending on the types of personalities, and y'all might need some help talking through that. Number 16, just tuning in, we're talking mental health tips for entrepreneurs and small business owners. How do you keep yourself mentally sharp, focused, and alert? How do you stave off burnout that is so rampant and common in the entrepreneurial space? Vanessa Landries says she is the board member for Medito Foundation. Do yoga. Yoga has been instrumental to my well-being to ensure I take personal time away from my thoughts, ideas, stresses, and deadlines. Being an entrepreneur is exciting, but it can also be stressful. Any yogis in the house? Right? That's something that my wife and I have been talking about for the last year or so. Like, hey, I think that's something that we would enjoy doing together, but also something that will help us in our continual journey to better health and wellness, not only mentally, but also physically. I know for a fact some of the stretching and the breathing can certainly help me. Number 17, I think we're doing good on time. This is a big one. Number 17, everybody put 17 in the comments. This is a big one. Draw clear boundaries. Oliver Poirier Leroy, owner of Your Workout Book, says you got to draw clear boundaries. I have owned my business for 7 years. Being an entrepreneur has meant that there is a perpetual to-do list running through my mind. During times when I should be present with my wife, friends, or at any other times when I am away from work, my brain is still on. Checking my work emails, thinking about things that need to be done, stressing about an order that didn't get delivered, or so on and so on and so on. It's hard to turn it off, right? My wife and I go out, I started leaving my phone in the car. because it's hard for me to be present with those dings and notifications that pull me to check and see what's going on. What did I miss? I want to say something, and I don't want you guys to take offense. I'll just say it this way. This world was just fine without Cortez Hustle. This world, in the absence of Cortez Hustle for a couple hours at a time, will be just fine too. Oh, sometimes we get put ourselves in positions where we feel that if we are not connected every second of every minute of every hour of every day, that either we're going to fall apart or the world is going to fall apart. And believe it or not, most of us think the latter. If I don't check this Facebook notification, the world is going to fall apart. No, it ain't. It was fine before you got here. It's going to be fine if you decide to detach for a couple of hours. It will be just fine, right? The habit I have leaned on to clearly mark boundaries between work and life is having a warm up and warm down routine for my workday. Sounds silly, but being a lifelong athlete, this was the kind of thing that clicked and has helped me most in reducing stress, improving my mental health, sleep better, and get more from the time I do spend at work. That's dope. A warm up and warm down time. How are we on time? All right. Number 17, stay physically active. All right. Now, if you know anything about this article, this is an interview of 25 different high-level, highly productive entrepreneurs. And he just basically asked them, what do you do to stay mentally fit? And these are the things that they're saying. Tyler Reed, CEO of PT Pioneer. Staying physically active is the best medicine for both my physical and mental well-being. I played every single sport growing up and kept my endorphins flowing. However, for a period after high school, I no longer had the routine of playing and practicing with my high school sports team. I stopped being so active on a regular basis, and I began to really struggle with staying mentally well. I felt down and lethargic, and the less active I was, the less I even felt like going out to work out or going to work out or play a pickup game with friends. Luckily, I recognized pretty quickly that I really needed to get myself together and back into a fitness routine. Staying physically active, some way, some shape, some form. We can't say enough about the endorphins. Can't say enough about the hormones and the enzymes that are produced during elevated heart rate, right? You can't say enough about how many different ways that stuff helps you with your mental clarity, focus, and your overall mental well-being. Number 19, don't compromise on sleep. This is Tremaine Willis, investment advisor at Mind Over Money. I used to subscribe to the idea that you can sleep when you die, and every waking moment was made for getting work done. Yeah, I used to think about that too. The only thing I did was cause me to crash and burn at least once per week. I was often staying up to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., doing something that seemed like it would move my business forward. I would then turn around and wake up at 6 a.m. So working at 2 or 3 a.m., waking up at 6 a.m. I would brag about only getting 4 hours of sleep because I was in grind mode. No, man, get your rest, right? Get your rest. I had to literally come to grips with taking naps. 48 years old next Saturday. That means I'm halfway to 100. And I'm up at 4:30 most mornings. So from 4:30 to 12, what is that? 7.5 hours I've been at it. You doggone right, my body needs a nap. I'm not a young pup anymore. And I have to literally get comfortable with it is okay, Cortez, for you to take a little power nap, or sometimes take a full blown nap and sleep for 2 hours in the middle of the day. If you've been up at 4:30, you started your day with a workout. Yeah, after 8 hours, you probably good and tired. And I had to become okay with that. Number 20, stay sharp with mindfulness, right? Nalima Kunam, medical director of Inland Psychiatric Medical Group, as someone that people turn to for mental health care when in their deepest despair or feeling completely out of control of their life or fearful of what their life will be, I sometimes place quite a bit of pressure on myself to find the answers that will quiet their suffering. I often have to remind myself, take a moment to recenter and look at the bigger picture. Mindfulness. Mindfulness, people. What are you doing to stay mindful of? This goes back to the Steve Harvey quote about gratitude and getting rid of negativity, right? Be mindful of the present moment and the fact that missing a deadline is not the end of the world as an entrepreneur. Yeah, I know we're trying to wow our customers, right? But giving them access to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week ain't healthy either. That's not wowing them, that's spoiling them. You give people access to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're not going to be able to do that for long, right? Because people will call you at crazy hours of the night and expect you to move for them simply because they have access to you. So you got to be careful about that. Number 21, set strict cutoff times, right? I can't lie, I'm actually proud of myself. I've literally had been struggling with this for the last 5 or 6 years. There's no end to my workday. And that's not fair to my wife. That's not fair to my children. It's not fair to my friends and my family who want time with me, who deserve time with me, who want to talk about things other than business and marketing, right? Sophie Brown, CEO and co-founder of a Business Owners Society. As a business owner, your phone and emails never stop. Setting a cutoff time when you're starting to feel overwhelmed is critical to maintaining your sanity. Love that. Number 22, practice I am statements. This is Julia Hickman, founder of Fashionista Online Studio. The one habit that has helped me tremendously this past year has been I am statements. Every morning I write 1 to 3 I am statements that put me in the right mindset to be who I am or who I want to be so I can show up in the best possible way. For example, I am valued and sought after coach. I am a loving and patient mom. I am amazing exactly the way I am, right? You guys know, those of you who listen to the show regularly, I talk about the story when I heard Lisa Nichols talk about on the video. That's how she overcame depression. And I'm not telling anybody that if you're suffering with depression to not seek professional help. She talked to her doctor and she said, hey, doc, give me 30 days with this thing. And if I come back in 30 days and I'm not better, then I'll take the medicine, right? And one of the things that she did, she went home every day for those 30 days and she validated her doggone self with I am statements. Sometimes we are seeking validation from people who don't even value themselves. So even if they did validate you, what does that mean? Sometimes we seek the approval of the pursuit of our dreams from people who've given up on their dreams long time ago. But we want them to approve of our dreams. Use I am statements, man. Powerful stuff. 23, cultivate a daily gratitude practice. Narissa Zhang, CEO of the Bright app. I co-own and manage 3 businesses with my husband, and I have 3 young kids at home. I'm working at home, and it can be a real struggle to prioritize my own mental health and wellness, especially since the pandemic has hit and we weren't able to get out of the house. Finding time for self-care can sometimes feel overwhelming in and of itself. The one and only habit that I've always been able to stick to that keep me calm is practicing gratitude every day. Right, mine is in the morning, but also throughout the day. You get negative feelings cropping up in your spirit. Steve Harvey says, just stop and think about the things that you already have that you are grateful for. Not things that you want, things that you already have in your life, in your possession right now. Think about those things. Got a loving and supportive wife. You know how many entrepreneurs don't have that? And they're married. I have a loving and supportive wife. That's something to be grateful for. A lot of entrepreneurs have spouses that are literally fighting them every step of their entrepreneurial journey. So I have something to be grateful for. So use that as a practice. Number 24, practice self-care. That was also number 1, but this is from Jessica Victoria. Self-care is so important. As an entrepreneur, there are times where I get so overwhelmed because I have so many projects going on, but I know if I don't slow down and take care of myself, I might become so mentally exhausted and burn out. Then last but not least, number 25, Tyler Buckingham, owner of Buckingham Fitness, says do less. The one habit that I have implemented to help myself and my business is do less. As a business owner and entrepreneur, it is common to do all the things all the time, but frankly, that's just going to lead to a faster burnout, more stress, unmet expectations, and an unhappy outlook on the business as a whole. Do less. So hopefully you guys have seen and heard at least 1 or 2 things that you can add to your daily practice that could change and transform your mental state and keep you mentally healthier as an entrepreneur, as business owner, as people in general. But entrepreneurs tend to take on a lot and tend to have more going on at the same time than the average. So at the end of the day, man, none of that means anything if you're not taking care of yourself. So remember, if you need help with your online marketing, we got a free checklist for you that you can download. All you got to do is text the word checklist to 314-230-9171, and we'll get that right over to you. So till we talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.